Cheers, I do buckaroos, and I think, oh yeah, here we are, quarantine day 1937, I think. You can remember now, right? I figure 30 days from now, when I get this uploaded, it'll either be better or the world would have ended. I'll upload my last video as I perish into the night. Anyway, I digress, man. When I was a kid, my early 20s, I had an idea for a book, but I never could quite. I had the outline, but I couldn't. I had the characters defined, but I couldn't put it together, in a coherent manner. I guess I couldn't get the dialogue and how I wanted it to go. I had an idea of the story, and now with what's going on, my idea for the story sort of makes sense in some odd way. There was a lot of apocalyptic movies at the time, but mine was kind of more tongue-in-cheek. The idea what I started to write was called Crazy Eddie's Rock and Roll Revival, and the idea of it is that the world had changed and the music was no longer allowed. It wasn't necessarily all buildings burned out kind of thing, but we had more of a totalitarian government. But you had this guy, Crazy Eddie, who had amassed this collection of old rock and roll, and that was his thing, to bring rock and roll back to the people, to rebuild the world, I guess, to make it a better place. It was Crazy Eddie's Rock and Roll Bible. I've tried to find my early notes, and I can't find them, but anyway. I may try to rewrite it again, because I think it fits with what's going on right now. See, the thing of it is, though, is that Crazy Eddie, even though the story is called Crazy Eddie's Rock and Roll Revival, he wasn't the main character. It was just the idea of him bringing everything back. The main characters were the folks that were trying to live their lives and bring what Crazy Eddie had out. Crazy Eddie was kind of a side character, even though, Anyway, I digress. It was kind of an amalgam of certain rock and roll guys I've met along the way up to that point, and now I've met more. I can really put that character together in a way that or define that character in a way that I couldn't define him back then. Anyway, I digress. Talk about the beers, huh? And so what I got is Old 63 American Pilsner, and here's why I bought this. In all honesty, it was under 13 for a 12 pack, which is a little more than second tier. I got leaves dropping. It's a bitch. It's a little more than a first tier, or a little more than a second tier macro, but less than a first tier macro. What I mean by that is it costs a little more than buying hams, but it costs less than buying, an AB InBev, without mentioning, who shall not be named. It's less than buying that, more than buying that. But what I've got is an actual craft beer. It's an American style Pilsner. Now, it does use some corn. It uses Pilsner malt and flake corn. And the difference is, well, why is it different? Why is it better, Tom? Well, because it uses corn to achieve a specific flavor and not for cost-cutting measures. And that's the difference between a craft brewery and a macro, is they're using those products for cost-cutting measures. They're using a cheaper corn extract, and they're using a cheaper corn syrup, which is just nasty. But they're using a quality flake corn to just achieve a specific flavor, and that's the difference. So you do get that little bit of corn sweetness. There's no lie about that. But what you end up with is a beer that finishes much cleaner and crisper than its macro counterparts, and that's why it works here in Quarantine Day, wherever the hell it is. Well, I had a nice day, and I got out and I bought some charcoal and I bought some wood. put a fire and did a burnout fire, I call it, just to clean up my grill and got it all shined up nice. Now I got a secondary fire, my smoker box here, using some hickory right now. I'm gonna start with some hickory. I'm gonna finish with some cherry wood. I'm gonna smoke some chicken here. It was some boneless, skinless. It was a mix of a leg and thigh pieces. So I'm gonna smoke them up, do some barbecue chicken, have some barbecue chicken sandwiches later. Or I may even serve it KC style, just slap it on some white bread, a little barbecue sauce. That's how they serve it KC style, man. I love KC barbecue. I'm not sure which one I like more, to be honest with you, because I love KC barbecue, but I also love the St. Louis style barbecue. But Memphis barbecue is something special anyway. I love the Memphis dry rub. But I didn't do a dry rub on this particular chicken. If I'm doing ribs or even a pork butt, I typically do a Memphis dry rub, or Memphis style dry rub, I should say. Here I've got, I just concocted a marinade out of some things I had as I was trying to get off camera and scratch my nose here. My nose itches, man, because I'm outside. My allergies are brutal. Anyway, I got tree pieces falling on me here as I'm trying. I might have to change the position of my grill here for a moment. Son of a bitch, it's all falling on me, damn it. Anyway, son of a bitch. Mercy person. Anyway, it is quarantine day 392, or, you know. Am I ready to get back to work? Yeah, I am. But, I mean, you know, hell, here we are. I may need it, once I'm called back to work, I may need a week to, you know, get my mind right. Yeah, things are a little difficult right now. We just all have to make the best of it, man. We got folks out there whining about having to be at home. I mean, it's not like, I mean, you got food. I mean, quit being whiny bitches, man. you got folks, I love seeing these preppers out there, these preppers that have been saying, we're ready for this. And, you know, hell, they're the ones out there protesting, carrying Nazi flags. I mean, really, you got a swastika on? And I bet you even consider yourself a patriot, you some bitch. That's what my dad fought against. And you people are carrying Confederate flags and swastikas, two flags that our country beat. I mean, come on, people. You're not patriots. You're not. If you're carrying a swastika, you're not a patriot. If you're carrying a Confederate flag, you are not a patriot. You're a whiny ass bitch. Anyway, but I digress, man. Anyway, quarantine day, you know. At this point, I mean, I don't have a filter anyway, but at this point, I mean, it's even less, man. Believe it or not, this is only the second beer of the day. Yeah, it was so nice that I just wanted to get out and be able to grill something today. I figured it was just time to do something. I've been doing some things around the house, but we've had some weather not conducive to doing a lot outside. My wife was outside working on the garden a little bit ago. She was trying to start a fire, burn some stuff, but it was just too moist. It was too moist. She couldn't get that going, so I'm out here by myself now. I'm just alone with my thoughts and my fire. Anyway, I digress. Got some hickory smoke rocking. We doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna start with some hickory. I'm gonna, you know, put some cherry wood chips on later as those coals die. Yeah, she found this marked down at a store, so I thought I'd, rather than put it in the freezer or try to cook it inside, I thought I'm just going to cook all of it. But I put some smoke on it, and then we could just, you know, eat it over the next few days. Or I can, once it's done, I can smoke it. Or I'm not smoke it. Or I can freeze it, you know. Cheese biscuits and gravy. Anyway, I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, who is the man. Oh, wrong good guy. Cheers.